The world is a big place. It has everything. Wizards, vampires, talking trees, and even worse things than those. It's also a violent place. If you want to survive in a world like this, you need some serious skills. Welcome back, everybody. I'm your instructor, and I own a school. We help people develop the skills they need to survive in a world full of danger. Today, we're going to take a look at what it would have been like to live in a world full of dragons. I know. You've read those cheesy romance novels about a farm girl who falls in love with a big, scaly lizard. But trust me, dragons are nothing to fall in love with. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's say you're born 3,000 years ago, long before humans invented writing. The world is filled with magic, and magic flows through every rock and tree. The world is ruled by dragons. Oh, sure, there are plenty of other monsters around. Some are evil, and some are just plain stupid, but none are as organized or dangerous as the dragons. There are two main types of dragons: those who prefer cold places and those who prefer warm places. Both are equally dangerous. The cold ones breathe cold, so dangerous it freezes entire lakes, and the hot ones breathe fire, which is dangerous enough on its own, but theirs burns hotter than anything you've ever seen, and they hoard the stuff. Knowledge is power, and these dragons know it. You want to know something? Ask a dragon. Only problem is, they tend to be a little territorial. Now, one of these dragons, Pyraxis the Golden, rules the east. Her scales literally catch sunlight and throw it back. Like a mirror, her domain is here, and she claims all the knowledge in these mountains as her own. She doesn't hoard gold or jewels or anything like that. She wants scrolls and books and maps and anything else that contains information. Now, it's hard to get to her because her lair is on top of the tallest, most treacherous mountain in the range. The few humans that actually make it to her lair don't bring riches or sacrifices. They bring questions. Yes, the questions are the tribute she demands. You want to ask her a question? Better bring your A game, because if you ask a foolish question, you get a foolish answer. Not only that, but she might just burn your entire village just to prove how smart she is. But if you stump her, she might just share with you some knowledge that could reshape entire kingdoms. That's the kind of stakes we're dealing with here. So let us say you survived the journey to her lair, and you did unanger her with a stupid question. What next? Well, if she deems you worthy, she might just share with you some of the knowledge that she's collected over the years. So you finally reach the top of the mountain, but your journey isn't over yet. You still have to deal with her minions, and they're not normal lizards. They're intelligent, mean, and immortal. You should turn back now while you still can. Dragon Slayer. You say you want to slay a dragon? Alright, let's see your skills. First, you have to get past the fact that dragons are immune to conventional weapons. Their scales and armor are just too tough. Normal arrows bounce off them like rubber bullets. Swords and spears don't even scratch them. Even the biggest catapults can't do much damage. And those are just the external weapons. Dragons have powerful mental abilities. They can read your mind from miles away, manipulate you telepathically, and many can even control the weather. Let's say you have a really good head on your shoulders, though, and you've accounted for all these defenses. You've got dragonbane weapons that were blessed by a god. Fine. Let's say you managed to kill one. Do you think you can just walk up to a dragon and stab it? Think again. Dragons are extremely territorial, so any intrusion on their space will be met with extreme prejudice. And it doesn't matter if you killed its siblings or raided its treasure trove. The dragon will defend its domain to the death. So you need to be prepared to face not just the dragon, but whatever minions it has. So you managed to kill the dragon? Congratulations. You probably won't live long enough to enjoy your prize money. See, dragons tend to guard their treasure closely, and there's nothing a dragon likes more than a shiny new hoard. But it gets better because you don't actually have to fight the dragon yourself. You can enslave it instead. How? Well, some humans discovered a way to bind dragons to their will through dark magic. Suddenly, dragons weren't just incredibly dangerous monsters. They became a tool of war. And that meant that the dragon wars were inevitable. Luckily, some humans sided with the dragons, and they fought back against their dragon lords. Together, human ingenuity and draconic power reshaped the world. Magnificent towers called Dragon Spires dotted the landscape. Cities floated on solidified clouds, and forests grew in perfect spirals toward the heavens. But power corrupts, and soon the humans betrayed their dragon allies, turning on them and enslaving them. Once again, the dragon wars erupted, and brother fought against brother for centuries. Finally, it all came down to a battle between Pyraxis and a human mage named Marcus the Binder. Their battles shattered 3 mountains, but in the end, good triumphed over evil. In the end, Pyraxis made a choice. She could have wiped out humanity. But instead, she hid dragonkind from the world, retreating to pocket dimensions and hidden valleys. Now, most humans don't even believe dragons exist, but they're wrong. The dragons are real, and they're waiting. Waiting for another dragon age to begin, when humans and dragons work together to shape the world once more. Well, that's it for today's lesson here at the Survival School. Remember kids, there are 2 kinds of dragons, hot ones and cold ones. If you encounter one, run away. Dislike, maybe even comment below and let us know what other crazy creatures you want us to talk about next.